Number 1, the vibrating heartbed. One of the biggest controversies of The Sims 4 is that it's way too family friendly. The fact that they don't even acknowledge this extremely iconic Sims item is just disgraceful, and you cannot tell me otherwise. The worst thing is, in a promotional music video featuring Anita in The Sims, it actually shows this heart-shaped bed in the music video, yet we don't have it in the game. Clearly, the outsourced art director of this music video had a much better vision of what Sims fans want rather than EA themselves. Number 2, no burglars. Again, another icon in the Sims series that's appeared in all of the Sims games apart from the Sims 4. Allegedly, that's because EA thought Simmers would find it too traumatic and realistic to have a burglar in the game. Another way that EA has fell out of touch with its audience. Number 3, terrain paints not matching the floor. I am specifically referring to the grassy terrain paints, which are based on the terrain of Willow Creek. There's no reason why these flowery terrain paints couldn't just be transparent with flowers. Not only that, even the really nice rocky ones and cobblestone ones, they all relate to terrains from the specific worlds, which again could have been resolved so easily if they just made them transparent. And I'm sorry, but nobody's lawn is this lime green. What on earth are this, watch EA? Number 4, the positivity poster achievement. As many of you know, if you go to a household inventory and click on this icon here, it comes up with household collections. We all know, for example, you can collect those My Sims trophies and collect them up. We have something here called positivity posters for completing the positivity challenge aspiration. Although there is no such aspiration, it does not exist, meaning it's impossible to complete this household collection. If you are a 100% completionist, I'm sorry, but you're going to be triggered. These posters, as you can see here, were a part of a challenge that involved Millie Bobby Brown, of all people. But this challenge was removed from the game as of December 2018, rendering this completely pointless. Number 6, light levels. Isn't it so frustrating when you create a perfect build and you put in a light that you like and it just looks incredibly dull in the room and the lighting just doesn't seem to work right? Whatever light you use, apart from the saucer lights, which are not that bad, pretty much all other lights just don't have the right undertone. And the worst thing is, if for example you want to change the mood of a light, you first have to go into live mode, set color and intensity this light, and then change it to either a white light or a warm light and change the intensity that way. But you can't do it in build mode, even though it really should be a build mode thing. Number 7, teens look like adults. This here is an adult and this here is a teen. As you can see, there's not really that much difference between them, other than the fact that adults are, I guess, slightly thicker, but they're the exact same height. I am 100% convinced that teens and adults look the same in The Sims 4 because they rushed the development and they didn't bother to make them different because it would have been too difficult in terms of animations. The amount of times I have played the game and I wanted my sim to find someone to romance with and I clicked on them and I thought, well, they'll do, and then they turn out to be a teen and I inadvertently feel like a bad person when I shouldn't have to feel that way because it's not my fault. And I know most of you have had similar experiences too. Number 8, Sims do not eat together. Trying to get a group of Sims 4 townies to eat together is absolutely horrendous. One thing I find that I know a lot of other people find is when Sims are hungry, they will autonomously grab a bowl of applesauce as if applesauce is an appetizing meal, and they will just eat it because they do not autonomously understand the concept of family meals. And if you do make a family meal, the Sims won't eat it. If a Sim is hungry, they won't grab and sit down and eat the family meal together. They'll grab a quick meal from the fridge, such as applesauce or crackers, instead of eating the meal that's made for them. Even after I did try to select my Sims household to be called for a meal, one of them animation glitched and just decided to sit on the sofa instead. Toddlers don't work very well in The Sims 4, so she didn't get to eat. Where's the other Sim? What's he doing? Oh, he's on a bloody boat. He's not going to his meal. I know these days it's kind of realistic because most people just grab dinner, go up to their computer and watch YouTube or play games or watch TV and they don't sit together. But in The Sims, I want them to sit together and they don't do it, and I don't know why. Oh, and then of course course, we got washing the dishes in the bloody sink. Don't get me started on that one. Number 9, not being able to match my skin tone. Obviously, before we didn't have the big skin tones update, but now we've got loads of skin colors. When I personally like to make Sims that look like myself, obviously I wanted to match my skin tone, but I genuinely find out of all of these, I'm quite a pale person. I have never, ever, ever been able to match my personal skin tone in this game, even though I'm white, and like most of the skin tones in The Sims 4 used to be just white, and even then, like, I couldn't do it. Even with the brand new customizable slider, I can't do it. I do find a lot of the cooler and neutral skin tones very pale looking. Even now, I actually have a yellow cast filter on to make them look warmer and less pale, but even so, they still look quite pale in all of the different skin tones, and I just feel like you can't really get a good match. Number 10, the laggy zoom when you load into a lot. I actually have another video here of things I hate about The Sims 4, so make sure you check that out. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next one.